Hello there, this is Daniele from Toolchefs and welcome to this new video. So in this video we're going to have a look at the changes that we have done to the variations module in Atom 6. In this scene I've already loaded the Atoms agent, so I've imported the scene.json and also the Arnold variations. So I'm going to create as first thing an agent group. So I'm going to add a grid layout and a state machine. I'm going to make the grid 5 by 5. And also going to add the variation module like this. So the first thing that you're going to notice when you play with the variations module, first of all, you'll see that there are a few more attributes here. So before we had just the variation name, where you could assign a variation name to your agent. And then we have these new parameters here. So we have variation seed, variation override, geometry override, material override, geometry filter override. So the variation override is a name of a variation override that you could find in the variation manager. So you might remember from the previous video that you can actually create variation overrides. Then these three attributes down here, they're actually changes that you can do directly in the scene on your agents, and we're gonna see them in a second. So first of all, let's switch this to the display type to the variations mode. And as you notice, the first thing that basically is a difference from the previous version of Atoms is that if you don't have a variation assigned to your agent and or the variation is not valid, then they will look green, and this will make it easier to debug your scenes to spot for an invalid variation assigned to an agent. And then from here we can start assigning variations. You can either do that with the variation randomizer. So if we go in the man here, you will not just find the variation names, but also you will find the variation type names. So somewhere we should see, yeah, they're down here. So casual autumn, casual spring, casual summer, these are defined if we go in the variation manager under the tree. So these are these down here, casual autumn, casual spring, summer, and so on. They're actually these ones. Oh, no, sorry, this is the, I don't think it's the man, this is the man. So yeah, so these are these guys here. So in our case, let's just assign casual, maybe summer, like this. And as soon as you select casual summer, now Atoms is eternally building all the variations, and they're gonna randomize them. You see here we've just assigned a variation, but all our agents look different. And this is because, of course, the variation tree is like building all those variations under the hood and then assigning them to our agents. If I press play, then the animation is being run using those variations. You can change the seed here. This will change the randomization, and this value can even be randomized. So per agent, you could even change, like if you don't like the variation for one specific agent, you don't have to change the variation seed for the entire agent group. You can just change it with an override. Then here we can assign overrides. So let's create one. What is it? Variation override, man. Let's go in the overrides. So we could say, as we did before, with classes, and I'm gonna assign the classes like that, and then we could do man classes green, save, and then we could filter out if we add a new one. So no hat, something like this. So if I select this guy, not filter, that one I think is the hat. Okay, so I'm gonna save this one. And now if I go in the variation override, just gonna need a second because I just changed the variation in the scene, so I rewind it just to make sure that everything is up to date. And let's say I go and select one agent, maybe this agent over here. Here I have the two overrides. I say with glasses, I assign it, and now we have the agent with the glasses. Then I can select this agent over here. Which one is that? It's this one. And I can say I want it with no hat. And now you see, even though Atoms assigned earlier the, here, yeah, this combo box here, but also these basically these combo boxes here, what they do is like whatever you select, they are gonna append, because you can have, of course, have multiple overrides here. Because I had with glasses already, I have to make sure that I just assign no hat. So because before you saw that this guy also had the glasses, but they weren't there before. So just to make sure, just make sure that you actually assign the overrides that you want to your agents. So as you see here, in this way, we have just removed the hat because we didn't want hat for a specific, for that guy over there. And we assigned the glasses here. Again, you can do this with any kind of prop or, you know, cloth item that you want to add or remove from your agent. I'm gonna clear this because what I would like to do now is I would like to use the geometry override and material override. So the geometry override and the material override basically are used for adding geometries to your agents directly in the scene. So for instance, let's say I want all the agents with glasses. I just type here glasses geo, and of course you can pick it from the drop down menu. If you check the script editor, we see here we have a lot of error. Here we say these errors saying size mismatch between geometry override and material override for agent, all of them basically, because the geometry override here basically and the material override, they are not of the same size. This means that we need also to assign a material, because without a material, Atoms cannot instantiate that geometry. So here we're gonna go here and we're going to pick one glasses like the blue ones. Now Atoms rebuilding the variations. Sorry, I picked the wrong material, that's why it's not working. Silly me, man. Glasses blue. And let me remove this. Okay, cool. So it's working now. Again, here you can have multiple geometry overrides. So you can have like glasses geo, then you can add maybe the hat and so on. And then you have to make sure that the material override is of the same size. So you basically here you assign the material to the geometry. And you can of course also use overrides. So this doesn't have to be for all the agents, but it could be just for one specific agent. So to do that, let's do it very quickly. So this is the geometry. Let's assign it to this guy over here. We say glasses, like this, set. This again prints an error. And then we can go here and we can go there and we can say man glasses red. And now this guy over here has the glasses. So this is how basically you can add new geometry in the scene directly. Then we have the geometry filter override, which is the same thing as the override when basically where you have the filter option. And here what I'm gonna do is like I can filter out the hat, so I can say hat geo. And so once I do this, you see all the guys that had the hat don't have the hat anymore. So, okay, so these are the changes that we've done to the variation module. Of course, you could do the, you could, even if you randomize and have the two agent types, we could say maybe here we have the woman, like this. Because also the woman have the casual summer variation type. So if we go here, can have a look. 3. So we have the casual summer here. Also the woman is being randomized and it's using the variation tree for building the variations. So if you have like, if you start using the same kind of variation type names, then you could actually use just one single, you can just provide the variation name here instead of using the overrides. But anyway, as you can see from this video, now the workflow is way more flexible and you can reach a randomization with very little effort inside your simulation scene. Thanks for watching.